morning. It is October 25th, and it's Monday morning, 7:15, and I have my fourth cycle starting today, and it will be like last time, our epoch. I will go in for a few drips. One of those is Rituxan, and a few pushes, Benadryl, some anti-nausea, and a steroid, and then I'll come home with my bag. And then every either 23 or 24 hours, I'll go in, refill the bag, or get a new bag until Friday when I get my last drip. And last time it was rough. This time I feel more prepared. I have prepared food, and I've got different medications to deal with pain and nausea. And so I'm just going in with, a plan, which I did not have the last 3 cycles. And food-wise, my Chinese medicine doctor prescribed soups, and I've described that before, but that's very difficult for me. I need more choices, not just in general, but because of nausea and difficulty with flavors. So I just kind of try to stay in the parameters that he gave me for how to cook food and which foods are best. And so there are some things that I'm eating that are not what he recommends, but a small quantity. I have some food prepared. I've cooked some chicken in advance, some potatoes in advance, and I've got some food prep for the family that's different from mine, but makes it an easy week. I'll update you later. See you soon. It is the 5th day of cycle 4 of 6, so we are past the halfway point. I've got my Rituxan on Monday and pre-meds, and each day I have a bag, and it just slowly infuses the chemo. And today's the last day. I'll go in later today for Cytoxan, and Neulasta injector will be put on my abdomen, which will release tomorrow night, 27 hours after the last drip. Right now, it's early in the morning. It's 7:20, and I woke up around 6:30, and I felt like if I just laid in bed, nothing good was going to come of that, really. So I decided to just get up, and so I took some herbs, took some omeprazole, which is pretty common, something for acid during chemo because it just wrecks your stomach. My anti-nausea medication and Claritin in advance of the Neulasta. The Neulasta has been my undoing each time. It's like the worst part of it. And so one of my nurses said to try to start to take it several days early. So I started on Wednesday, so I'll have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday before the Neulasta injector injects on Saturday night. And hopefully that'll prevent any major flare-ups or what they call a cytokine storm. Sorry, tons of mosquitoes. It's Florida. So I'm going to start walking. And I had a little bit of cereal for breakfast. Pretty much if I keep some food in my stomach, the nausea is much better. But sometimes I just don't feel like eating. And so I'll try to find something that is just simple and light. And so I'm going to go for a walk now. I haven't been walking as regularly, partially because when I feel good, I play with my kids instead. And that's plenty of exercise. But the week where I felt pretty bad, it was hard to walk. I did try a few times. It was a much shorter walk, but while I'm feeling pretty good, I want to get kind of a decent walk in case next week goes like the week that was pretty bad last time. Well, I just got back from my walk. I walked a mile. The sun came up, obviously. Comes up right over there. It's a lot brighter now than it was earlier. I was hoping to go around twice for 2 miles, which is what I was doing in the beginning, but My body said don't do it. Not right now. Maybe another mile later in the day. So I'm gonna go inside and see what's happening. If nobody's awake, I'll do some stuff I need to do for work and computer and whatever. And if kids are awake, we'll do some kid cuddling. No, it's just so I'll do some work. I need some more sleep around here. Hi, it's day 6 of the 4th cycle, and I got the bag removed yesterday and my last drip of cytoxin. The new last injector is on, and that deploys tonight. And that injects itself tonight. I woke up this morning feeling about like I did last time. I can feel that the tiredness is kind of coming on and weakness, and I think that's the cytoxin. But there's some things I need to do like that require mental work, like replying to some emails and responding to requests and organizing and things like that. But I'm just not feeling it. I felt like baking. So about the time I started getting ingredients out, the baby woke up. A few minutes later, Harrison, and so we made a gluten-free banana bread, and turned out really good, a little crumbly. It was a no egg, because, well, we didn't have eggs, for one. But it was surprisingly moist for no eggs. That's the beauty of bananas, I guess. And now I'm cooking a couple soups. I got a butternut squash and some carrots and kale, and so I'm making a stew. Quinoa, butternut squash, and kale stew, which I add carrots to because we're going to be leaving in a couple days to go over to Tampa, and I need to cook those carrots or do something with them, otherwise they're going to go bad. And then this is going to be a puree, and I'll freeze some and we'll eat some. And that is what's happening this Saturday morning on day 6 of cycle 4. Chrissy's playing with the kids, her brother's in town visiting, and I will go for a walk today. It's a little cooler than usual. It's been raining a lot. And at this time of year, when we get rain in Florida, it's usually cool weather comes across the U.S. And for those of you up north, hi! You done with your carrot chip? Thank you. You get cool weather, and we get rain. And maybe less hot weather, I would say. So I'll go for a walk and enjoy that a little bit, and then I'll see how I feel, and if I feel like organizing and doing the other things I want to do, I'll do them. Otherwise, I'll just relax. It's a little windy, so I don't know if you can hear me, but I'm out having my walk. I just wanted to show you Florida in the fall, how gorgeous it is outside. It's probably in the 80s, maybe 70s. And windy and sunny and all these, I think they're cumulus clouds. It's been a long time since science. But just thought I'd update you. As I'm going on my walk, I'm feeling a little more neuropathy. I can feel it in my feet consistently. Prior to this, I would just feel it just a little occasionally here and there, just like a little tingling or something. But it's increased this round. I'm on my walk, and I have this tendency to walk really fast, just like I'm not doing exercise, but my walk is meant to double as exercise and, you know, a tranquility. I don't know, just stepping out of, you know, working and sitting on the couch and reading or just using my mind. So I had to slow down. I did some stretching, which actually helped the neuropathy. And I'm just going to slow it down and take my time on the rest of my walk. A lot of background noise. Mom, say hi. Look. Mom. Is it you? Look, Eleanor. Oh, no video? Okay, we've made it to day 7 of cycle 4. My new last injector injected last night, and I am super sore today. My whole upper body, all of my muscles from right here, neck, front, back, pecs, back muscles, lats, all the way to my elbows are super, super sore. It's not bone pain, it's muscle pain. My throat is sore, and when I swallow, I can feel it go all the way down to my stomach. It almost feels like a hiatal hernia. And that has happened every time after the Neulasta injector. Actually, this cycle and last cycle, the Neulasta injector injected on Saturday. The previous cycle, cycle 2, it injected 24 hours after the first day, so day 2. But I still had like the worst symptoms over the week, the following weekend. Now last time when we got to like day 10, I had a lot of deep body pain in my limbs and my back. And so I have some pain meds for that this time. Aside from all of that, I feel pretty good. I am tired, very tired. I don't feel like this gumption to get up and go. It's Halloween, so we're prepping to like take the kids trick-or-treating. We just go to a popular neighborhood, pop them in a wagon or a stroller and go around, get some candy and come home. Harrison has not decided on his costume. He may just go as Harrison, which he has done before. Already at 5 years old, he's not need a costume. Eleanor has 2 options, Peppa Pig, which is just a pig costume, but for her it's Peppa Pig, and a princess costume, which she already wore once. Hi! It's the 9th day of the 4th cycle. I'm feeling way better than I did last time. I'm taking Percocet at night, which I didn't realize how much internal pain I had. And it is making it so I can really sleep. And I think that's making a huge difference because last time I wasn't sleeping. Today I'm going to Moffitt for a second opinion, which was actually my doctor's recommendation. And I think it's more like to give me peace of mind and also for him to get like back up. He doesn't seem like he has any kind of my way is the right way thing going on. He gets that I'm an individual and I really appreciate that about him. So I'm doing that this morning. They're gonna go to a park, have some fun. The weather is beautiful. It's fall in Florida, which is like ideal weather. And I don't know, I'll keep you updated. I'll let you know what happens. So there's a Starbucks inside Moffitt. It's like a full Starbucks too. They don't wear the normal Starbucks uniform. It's some kind of blue shirt. But what I thought was interesting is I've never seen Jell-O at a Starbucks. How appropriate. This is interesting because Jell-O sounds real good. Got checked in, got my blood drawn. They're doing a lot of tests. Some that the tech wasn't sure why, but I shall find out in about an hour. Bald heads are in here. Moffitt's a cancer center, so that's what everybody is here for. I just thought I'd give you some updates while I'm waiting about an hour before my appointment with the doctor. I'm getting really comfortable with my bald head. The main thing is just I get cold, and so I need something to cover it. I do look forward to the wig being ready, so I can wear that if I want to. It'll be fun. And this is cycle 4. Cycle 3 was really rough the second week. At this point in the last cycle, I was having a lot of digestive problems. I was super nauseous. I had a lot of pain, which was muscular pain, which was like shooting, sharp, pinchy, and it was in the muscles. In the same way that flu, body aches feel, those same locations kind of, but a different sensation. And that was from the Neulasta. And I found out that Neulasta is particularly strong compared to like Neupogen and Norcio. Norcio is 24 hours, Neupogen's a little more, but Neulasta is meant to boost your blood cells for 2 weeks. And so I get that on the 6th day, and the next day it's like my throat is super sore, as if you had like a really bad sore throat, like strep or something. And then when you swallow, it hurts. But once I start getting some food or fluids, it's fine. I can swallow. But initially, after not eating or drinking anything for a little while, it's hard to swallow. And that's true now. But the last 2 nights I've taken Percocet. And as I understand it, Percocet and Norco both have an affinity for the digestive system. And so they'll deal with all types of pain. Percocet apparently is like 30% better at eliminating pain than Norco. Percocet is acetaminophen and oxycodone, Tylenol and oxycodone. Norco is Tylenol and hydrocodone. And I have slept so well the last 2 nights. I'm still like tired. My body's tired from the chemo and detoxing and everything, but I feel way better today. I'm super weak. My brain feels clear for the most part. Like there's a lack of energy overall. but my brain feels clear and I feel generally happy. Last time I didn't feel really happy because I was in so much pain and had so much nausea. And those two things really mess with my life. And it's not about eating, it's just like the feeling of nausea that was constant. So I have a different nausea medication, promethazine, something like that, which causes really bad drowsiness. And on my first couple days, I was pretty sleepy, especially the first day. But once I stayed on it around the clock, I don't feel sleepy from that. And if I do, it's just not that noticeable. Because I was like falling asleep when I was in the clinic on the second day after taking that promethazine. So I'm just going to stay on it around the clock, three pills a day until this week is over. And it's really keeping the nausea in check. Like there's a little nausea, but it's really, really much less than we had last time. So I'm super grateful for pharmaceuticals right now. I'm super grateful for the suggestions from my Chinese medicine doctor. He recommended Yan Huso for pain, so I may use that during the day if my pain gets bad again, and just keep the Percocet for night. Oh, did you find me? You want to do it again? Okay, I'm gonna hide. Are you ready? Are you ready? Ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh, go! Oh! Oh! Which monster trucks do you have? It's already hauling stuff. What? This is a new one that you found, right? You found this one?
Yeah, do you know why I did this?
Why?
Because I wanted it to make tracks like other trucks have been riding on it.
Did you jump with 2 feet?
Yeah.
That.
Off of a step.
Here she goes. How high? All the way up. That's how high. You want to say hi? Say hi. Hi. She's like, yeah, that's high. Well, this is our last day over in Tampa, and on Tuesday, 2 days ago, I went to Moffitt, and I got some really great news. And this was based off of my already existing PET scan that came after 2 rounds of RCHOP. Their interpretation of my last PET scan is that I'm in complete recovery. And I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting like there's gonna have to be another PET scan to say that, or anything like that. And the doctors said, we've looked at your PET scan, and how we interpret it is we look at your normal functioning, your normal activity, which is what lights up on the PET scan. And then we look for the tumor area to be more active, basically. And they said, the tumor area is less active than your normal activity, and that's complete recovery. And she said, I don't know why your other clinic won't commit to saying that. So as soon as the first doctor left, I cried. And then when the senior doctor came in, they both came back in and we just talked for a while. And it was really wonderful, actually. We talked about that I'm an acupuncturist and how that's been helping me, and the natural medicine, the integration has been really helpful. And it was just a really, really good visit. And I think it would have been a really good visit whether news was different or not, because they were just really, really personable. And really just their humanity was so apparent. When I asked a couple questions that there are no answers to, the doctor said, yep, that's the $1 million question. We just don't know that stuff. And Moffitt is a research hospital. And so they have access to all kinds of studies and things. And so they just reassured me and said, we do have information based on treatments and things that our recommendation is that you do continue and complete the next 2 rounds of R-EPOCH. And then get another PET scan, and that's it. They said, right now we don't consider you cured, we consider you complete recovery, but cure would be the 2 more rounds. And the next PET scan would show that. And they talked about MDS, that's myelodysplastic syndrome. Can't remember what it stands for exactly. That used to be considered pre-leukemia. They don't consider it that way anymore. And because my mom has that, I wanted to ask them, so 2 things. First, usually MDS occurs in people who previously had chemo. My mom had never had chemo when she was diagnosed with MDS. And so when I asked the doctor, she said, there are rare cases of genetic MDS. And she said, but just because your mom has it does not mean that you'll have it. And there's no studies done on that, and so that we don't really have the information, but what we think is not, in general, it's not hereditary. And the first doctor who came in started off very informative, and then something switched, and she just paused and said, after she gave me all the information, she said, and she was so soft when she said this, she said, I understand the concern for the future, 20, 25 years from now, given, that you have cancer, that you've had cancer. But none of us knows what's going to be happening in 20 years. We don't know where we're going to be. We don't know what's going to happen. And so to worry about that would be giving yourself undue anxiety. So I would say, if you want to focus on something, you focus on the next 5, taking care of yourself for the next 5 and doing what you need to do for the next 5. And just making sure that everything's good there. She said, if you have MDS in 20 years, you have MDS in 20 years, And the more senior doctor came in with her after that, and I see why the scheduler said, oh, you have Dr. Bello, she's really wonderful. I was like, wow, I keep getting these doctors that the people who work with them just voluntarily tell me that they're wonderful. And I did pray for that. I prayed for an incredible medical team. And I pray frequently for their lives to be blessed. All of them. Everybody. The people who I don't even know are part of my medical team. So that's the news. And now we're at a park with our kids on our last day here. We're checked out of the hotel. Gonna just make the best of it and then head on home this afternoon. Are you gonna grab it again? It's really camouflaged, huh? It blends in with the sand.
I don't think it's camouflaged.
Yeah, it is. It blends in with sand. I can see it. Do you see it?
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna try to grab it so I can video you grabbing it. Oh, it's out of here. Got it? Cool. Oh, it's jumping away. Oh, it's escaping. Be gentle. Oh. Okay. Ha. Wow. Are you swinging in the big swing? Yeah. Look at you. I like your little cardigan. It's so cute. Are you a big girl? Are you a big girl?
She went to the little girl and was like, a baby. Hi, baby.
Oh my gosh. Eleanor's about 8 in her mind. There's a baby? You said hi? Eleanor, do you want to go on the trail? Do you want to go walk in the woods? Look at all those monster trucks. You found this one at a park. He finds toys all the time. When I was at Moffat, they went over here to this park, and they went on the nature trail, and it was a lot of muck and some boar hoof prints. So Harrison is warning the other people to be careful if they go on the trail. He's up on the slide telling the girls, if you go on the trail, be careful. Are you ready to go hiking, Eleanor? Are you ready? Here she goes. Oh, they've been rooting that up, huh? The wild boars. Mm-hmm. It's mud, and there's some poop. Ooh, the sand is getting soft, Eleanor. Careful, it's slippery. Oh, cool.
A wild
boar prints.
A wild boar house.
Oh, maybe, you're right. Looks like it's dug up even under there. I don't know where they live, but it could be.
No, they're living.
We have 2 things to research, don't we? Our whole family has to do homeschool on boar behavior and owl behavior. Ooh, it is mucky. This reminds me of living. Wow. Nope. I am not getting these shoes all wet to drive home in. mine fell off because there's nothing to hold them. You see? What I got? You found it. Eleanor is sleepy. You look like a swamp thing.